right, so what we're going to show today is how do we connect coreSTORE suppliers to your distributors in coreForce and coreFire. And you can actually connect the two, and that way you can enter a purchase order in coreSTORE and just transmit it. And it will get transmitted as if you enter the order directly in coreForce or coreFire. So the first step is you want to go to your supplier. So we'll go down to suppliers. And in this case, I'm going to pull up Davidson's, and I'll hit edit. And if I scroll all the way down, there's actually a drop down for vendor ID. This drop down is pulling all of the distributors that you have set up in coreForce and or coreFire. So if you had 10 distributors set up, you'd have 10 listed here, right? And what I can do is I can choose Davidson's, because again, sometimes the data names don't match. So we can't make an assumption, right? So we need you to acknowledge, hey, this supplier corresponds to this distributor, right? And as soon as I hit save, now the two are basically connected. So my coreSTORE Davidson's Inc. is actually connected to the actual coreForce, coreFire distributor of Davidson's. So now what I can do is when I enter a purchase order, so let's go into our purchase order module. We'll click purchasing, and this is just our new dashboard. So I know we probably confused some people with this, but it's really easy. I can either enter a receiving to start receiving items, but I can also go into purchase order. And the purchase order module, I can either email the purchase order, I can print it. But the nice thing is if the supplier is a distributor that's already set up in coreForce or coreFire, I can also electronically transmit that purchase order. So what I can do is let's say I'm looking for a SIG, right? And I'm specifically looking for, what is it, 365 or I don't know, let's do the 320. Hopefully someone has it in stock. So always remember that we have several screens where this magnifying glass shows up. That magnifying glass basically says, go show me what distributors have this item, at what cost, and what quantities do they have. So you'll notice I chose one that actually nobody has in Sport South, and Davidson's Asheville is actually my second store. Nobody has it in stock, but we'll just imagine that they did, right? So we can still just cancel out of here. And you'll notice once I choose the supplier, in this case, I'll choose Davidson's, if they had it in stock. Now, again, it's still going to let me transmit it, but I know they don't have it in stock, so I won't transmit it. But I can literally click this transmit button, right? And that will actually transmit this order to the distributor as though you sent it from coreForce. So this is really good if you're ordering items for the store. It makes it really easy to actually place an order with your distributor. And again, you would do each order for the different distributors, you'd put in, a different order. You can use our buyer assistant if you want to do multiple items, multiple distributors, and we can walk through that another time. But for transmitting, all I have to do is hit the transmit button. And I mean, that order, right, will go in and actually be sent. Now it's telling me no products found to order because obviously there's no stock for this particular item. But if someone did have stock, it would actually let me transmit that order.
Thanks for watching this short tutorial.